Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy AJ from Daily Sports Talk. And starting this little podcast now. So it's gonna be pretty much covering basketball, NBA basketball. And just put my opinions out there. If you like it, watch it. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, family, whoever. But that's what I'm gonna be doing now. So every show I'm going to start out with a little recap of the night before. So we're going to start with the top of the night. Celtics, Pistons. Came down to the wire. Celtics are a pretty good team. Pistons are not really having a good season right now. I mean, it's only a weekend, but Jason Tatum, 24, 8 and 12. Hit a game winner last 3 seconds of the game. Good shot. He's starting to hit us 2 game winners now in the first week. So he's starting to emerge as a superstar. I mean, we could have guessed that one. Second game of the night, we got the Wizards Nets. I was not expecting the Wizards, the lowly Wizards, even though, I mean, I kind of like Bradley Beal and Russell more than I did Bradley and John Wall, but that's a different discussion. Wizards pull out 123 to 122, and Bryant actually had the game of the night. 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. The next game of the night was Lakers-Grizzlies. I watched this game. If you know who I am, you might try to say that I'm a LeBron hater. I'm not. I tell the truth, and I just keep it real. But he took the game over. He did. I was watching this game. I mean, up to the third quarter, it was pretty close game. I mean, it was back and forth, and in the fourth, I think Bron had 11 or 12 straight in the fourth. 22, 13, and 8. He took the game over, and he did what they should have done, and they won over the Grizzlies. Next game of the night, you had Nuggets Timberwolves. You had Jamal Murray, 36, 5 and 4. They started out slow, but I expect them to be top, maybe somewhere 3 through 6 in the playoff rankings. When that time comes around, they'll be there. I mean, Murray and Jokic are there's not really an answer for the big fella. Next game, we got Jazz Spurs, 130 to 109. Bogdanovich, 28, 1 and 3. Pretty good team. Jazz are, as every year, I feel like they're quiet, but they're in the playoff race, playoff hunt. And then you got Bulls Mavericks, 118 over 108. The Bulls take that game. 39, 6 and 5 from Zach LaVine. The Mavericks, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Mavericks, because before the season started, Luka Doncic was the runaway favorite for MVP. 2 and 4 start. He hasn't really been playing that well. He's shooting awful from 3. So we'll see how that turns out, but Bulls take that game. Clippers Suns. Now this game for me, it was an important one, because the Suns are real. The Suns are real. They are real, and they're here, and I think they're gonna make a push this year in the playoffs. And it was a good challenge for the Clippers. Paul George, these first 7 games, has been really good. Now we know he does in the playoffs, playoff P, and he's bad, to say the least. But 39, 3 and 4 last night. He came in the fourth quarter to put them over the hump. But I mean, the Suns are just really good. They're both 5 and 2, and it's a good game, 112 to 107. And then finally, the game of the night to me, Warriors over the Blazers, 137 to 122, high scoring game. Curry goes for a career high, 62. Yeah, I think so. 62, 5 and 4. And the last game before that, Damian Lillard went off for, I think his game high was 61 against the Dubs. And now, greatest shooter of all time, had to give it back to him. 62 points. He had 41 in the first 3 quarters. I mean, he was he was just off the charts. He was just wow. So let's dive in a little bit. Let me take a look at this. Boston Pistons. What I like to do is there's certain time slots, and I like to go through one game from each time slot, kind of in depth, and just talk about what I saw. Celtics. If you want to take a look at this board over here. See if I can zoom in. Let's take a look at the board. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Need to cut. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna take a look at the board. We're gonna take a look at me. I just talking through the board. So we got the rankings over here right now. Boston Celtics sit at 6th in the East.
Damn, that was dope.
Okay, so the Celtics sit at 6th right now, 4-3. What do I think of the Celtics? I don't know. I mean, they're always there every year. They're a young team. They're deep. They're fighters. Coached well by Brad Stevens. Jason Tatum, if he can continue to develop and just go to that next level, because the East is deep, and though Giannis has pretty much been the king, if you will, of the East so far, it's seeming like he can't really get it done, and like their window is starting to close. That's for me, at least. So the Celtics, I see them probably Eastern Conference Finals. It's just so hard with that 7-foot monster back and that 6-foot monster in Kyrie. I mean, they're just so good. That game last night, Tatum was taking over. I mean, let's go. Let's do it. I mean, Tatum just had a monster night. 4 from 8 from 3-point, 10 for 22. He was a +2. I mean, he was all over the floor. Blocks. He was doing his thing. Let's go to the next game. So the Celtics, I mean, they can be real. They can be a real threat. So not a team that you want to take lightly. Now let's go. What's going on, like Peterson? Alright, let's go to this next game. Kyrie is unbelievable. Him and KD have been out for a little while last season. He opted out of the bubble. KD did. I mean, Kyrie did. And KD's been out for like 18 months with that Achilles injury. But he's come back and he's once again the best player in the league. Don't hate. I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, it's Braun," but it's not. It's KD. He's unstoppable. I mean, there's nothing that he can't do on the floor. There's nothing. There's no team. Anytime he's on the team, he just takes them to the next level. I mean, the Nets were already a playoff team. They already were an established team. They're deep. I can make an argument, they have the deepest bench. Their second string can be a legit starting unit on probably 6 to 8 teams in the NBA. I mean, they're good. They're deep. They're good. Kyrie, handle's still there. I'm not sure how they lost this game. It came down to Kyrie, KD having to hit shots. Kyrie puts up the first one. I thought it was a good shot. Missed it. KD gets the rebound, and I thought he could have settled a little more. I mean, I know the time is expiring, but it didn't look like a natural KD shot. It looked like a kind of rush. It was kind of like a push shot. It wasn't his fluid shot that he usually takes. But they got to make that. They're all stars. They're next level superstars. So they got to make that. They got to make those shots. and they didn't. So they went home with that one. Let's go Lakers Grizzlies. Now the Grizzlies are not a bad team, but with that 3 to 5 weeks out for Ja Morant, that could be the difference between them making the playoffs or making the play-in 7 through 10 and being on the outside looking in, because Ja Morant is a difference maker. He's not a true point guard, but he plays like a true point guard, but he can go get you 30, 40 points. He's a difference maker on the team. And last night you could tell that they didn't really have a go-to. I mean, they were neck and neck with the Lakers through 3 quarters. Got to the 4th and they had nobody to really look to. I mean, Vucevic, yeah, he's good. Yeah, it's Vucevic, right? I mean, but when you're down your best player. Oh, I mean Valanciunas. I'm sorry, Vucevic is the Magic. No, but when you're down your best player, your point guard, it's hard to win. He's their closer. He's their fourth quarter guy. He's their composer. So, I mean, last night it showed. Fourth quarter they had no one to go to. LeBron took advantage of the situation. He went bonkers, and he finished the game up deep logo 3. He's starting to pull those out a little more. I mean, am I scared of that as a defense? No. Do I think he's going to hit 2 or 3 of those a game? No. Will I continue to let him shoot? Yes.